Our Health Matters series continues this morning with the second in a four-part series about the important work being done at inpatient rehabilitation hospitals. In fact, once again, I am on location at HealthSouth, one of the premier inpatient rehabilitation hospitals in the country, with over 100 hospitals nationwide. And I'm joined once again by Dr. Dexanne Clohan, HealthSouth's Chief Medical Officer, and Dr. Cheryl Miller, National Director of Therapy Operations. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me again.
Thank you.
Great to see you. You know, Doctor, last time we spoke a lot about HealthSouth. I'd like to remind our viewers once again what exactly it is.
It's a system of hospitals where rehabilitation medicine is practiced. So a system of rehabilitation hospitals. We have 107 in 29 states and Puerto Rico.
And who should consider a stay at a rehabilitation hospital?
A person who needs to be an inpatient, in other words, they're not well enough to go home and have outpatient therapy, who has complex needs, who needs more than one type of therapy, so they may need physical therapy and speech therapy and occupational therapy or all three.
Dr. Miller, how does rehabilitation work exactly?
Well, rehabilitation is a special field of medicine, as Dr. Clohan has said in the past, and we're really focused on restoring independence and function after a major illness or injury for our patients. And I think the thing that's special about rehabilitation is it's provided by an interdisciplinary team. So in our hospitals, typically a patient will be treated each day not only by a rehabilitation nurse, but also by physical therapists, occupational therapists, speech therapists, and many other people on the team.
And there are so many stories here, patients that have come in and left and reached their goal. I'd like to share one with our viewers of one young patient, and let's hear what she has to say, shall we?
Great.
Let's do that.
Coming from ICU and then they told me I was gonna have 3 hours of therapy every day, so I was really nervous, but everyone did their best to like kind of ease my nerves, tell me it was okay. They really kind of made me feel like they were going to take care of me as if I was like their own, and just like made me feel really welcome and like things are going to be okay.
Now, I love hearing stories like that, Dr. Miller. Tell me exactly what a typical day is like here.
A typical day in rehabilitation starts very early in the morning. Our patients get up bright and early. They start their normal day. They start to do their simple self-care and wash their face and get ready for the day. But a really important thing, and I think a differentiator in rehabilitation, is that they get dressed in regular street clothes, no hospital gowns here in HealthSouth. And then we start their therapy process. So during the day, they'll typically get about 3 hours or more of therapy per day. And that's all based on their individual needs, some physical therapy, some occupational therapy, some speech therapy. And another really important part about rehabilitation is providing adequate rest periods in between these therapies so that they can continue to tolerate and progress through the rehabilitation process.
Dr. Clohan, would you like to add something?
She's talked to you about the busy day with therapy, but there's also another 21 hours of the day that lots of other services are taking place for our patients. So they're seen by physicians, they're taken care of by nurses, many of whom have specific skills for rehabilitation. There's a certification called a Certified Rehabilitation Registered Nurse that many of our nurses have achieved. We're very proud of that. We have case managers, we have all sorts of people as part of this team. It's really a team process to help a patient meet that patient's personal goals.
And how long does it take that patient to meet the goal? For example, how long does a patient stay here, Dr. Miller?
Well, every patient is very individual. It's based on their individual illness or injury. We also track our length of stays on average for all of our patients, and that's about 13.2 days is how long a patient will stay for their rehabilitation at HealthSouth.
And I was actually expecting a little bit more, Dr. Clohan.
We know that patients don't want to spend any more time in a hospital than they have to, so we try to be very active and very intensive in getting people better as fast as we can. But it's personalized. Some people stay much longer, some a little shorter.
I can only imagine it's bittersweet because you're helping this patient, you become close to them, but you want to see them go too. Any thoughts on that, Doctor?
It's a little like seeing one of your own children graduate. You are very invested in them. You're a little sorry to see them go off, but you're so proud, so exciting. It's one of the very gratifying aspects of rehabilitation medicine. And our patients frequently, when they go out the door, they come back later, not as a patient again, but they come back later to thank the staff. They come to reunions. It is extremely exciting.
Before we go, is anybody leaving today?
We have someone going home today, and it's always exciting when that happens. Usually the staff celebrates a bit. Patients and families are very proud. I saw a patient earlier today who was standing up, and recently he told me he was not expected to live.
Oh.
And so these are the kinds of stories that make it a pleasure for us to come to work every day.
God bless them. Thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you.
Do appreciate it. Thank you for sharing that story with me. And we'll see you again to talk more about HealthSouth. What's that website one more time for patients or even family members out there that need that help?
HealthSouth.com.
HealthSouth.com. Ladies, thank you so much again. And as always, if you want to learn more, just head to our website. It's really easy. It's thebalancingact.com, thebalancingact.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. We always love to hear from you.